Dozens of soldiers have been killed in Pakistan after a standoff between security forces and separatist fighters in Balochistan province. Gunmen had attacked a train on Tuesday and derailed it before taking hundreds of passengers hostage. Security officials launched an operation to free the abductees. Now, the train was travelling from the provincial capital of Quetta to the northern city of Peshawar when it was attacked inside a tunnel. Security has been stepped up in Balochistan and rail services suspended. 200 passengers had been freed, according to government officials. The separatist Balochistan Liberation Army has claimed responsibility for the attack. Well, Kamal Hyder is in Quetta live for us, the capital of Balochistan province. So, Kamal, run us through what you've heard in the last half an hour then.
Yeah, just before I get to that, for the past 24 hours, there were claims and counterclaims. The Balochistan Liberation Army was claiming that they had killed over 100 hostages. But a little while ago, the Director General of the military publicity wing, Lieutenant General Babar Iftikhar, came on local television with the details, saying that the operation had ended. And he said that the hostages had been freed, that this was a successful operation, that 33 of the BLA fighters had been neutralized. Some of them, of course, had been captured. Now, this, as earlier, also they mentioned that there were about 25 of the security forces personnel, including the people on board that were killed. 4 were killed earlier. The others were killed in an operation that the military undertook. The Air Force, the Special Forces, the paramilitary forces all took part in what was a difficult operation that continued through the night and ended a few hours ago in that area of Bolan where the train came under attack. So now the military is confirming that 33 of the hostage takers have been neutralized. Some of them have been taken prisoners, and that 25 of the security forces personnel were killed in this particular operation.
OK, do we know, Kamal, how this was allowed, how this was able to happen?
Well, there are a lot of question marks about the inadequate security. This is, of course, a province that has been riddled by violence. The Balochistan Liberation Army has been very active. Last year alone, they killed 225 people, security forces personnel, in various attacks across the province. So there will be question marks as to whether there was adequate security on board that train, given the security risk. People, of course, would like to have more security on those trains because they feel unsafe. They have voiced their concerns, so there will be question marks. But what the military is saying is this is a successful operation, that they took their time. They also mentioned the fact that the suicide bombers had huddled the hostages close to them in various locations next to the train, and that it was the snipers who first took out the suicide bombers before the end of the operation.
OK, Kamal Hyder, thank you very much indeed. Balochistan has been struggling with a lack of security for decades. The region is home to several armed groups, including the Balochistan Liberation Army. It's fighting for an independent state that includes territories in Pakistan, Iran and Afghanistan. The group has been banned by both Pakistan and the US since 2006, which designates it as a terrorist organisation. Balochistan is Pakistan's largest province, home to around 15 million people. But despite its vast resources, it remains widely underdeveloped. Baloch people make up 3.6% of Pakistan's population, 2% of Iran's and 2% of Afghanistan's. Adnan Aamir is a security analyst. He joins us live from Islamabad. Let's begin then by talking about the security situation there. How could an attack like this take place?
Well, thanks for having me on your show. Actually, as you mentioned, that the insurgency in Balochistan, the conflict in Balochistan that is ongoing, it has intensified in last couple of months. The Baloch Liberation Army, it has stepped up its attacks. It has started creating checkpoints at different highways, checking up people. It has even tried to take over smaller cities for a few hours. So this attack on train, this hijacking of train, first time in the history, is an intensification of the conflict by BLA.
Is there anything that could have been done differently to prevent this happening?
Yes, in fact, the BLA have attacked the security personnel traveling by road, and due to that, the government had taken some security procedures, security precautions. But it was amazing, it was puzzling that why so many security personnel were traveling in a train which is still insecure, because there have been a lot of attacks on trains. They have been fired upon. There have been bomb blasts on railway tracks. So the rail travel within Balochistan is not considered safe, but still it's puzzling that why so many security people were traveling on this train. So I think if the government takes more security precautions, then the events like this can be prevented in future.
Yes, and we've heard from family members, distraught family members, who were saying that, if tickets weren't being sold for these trains, then their family members wouldn't have got on them. What do you make of that?
Sorry, can you please repeat your question?
Yes, so some of the family members were saying that tickets for these trains shouldn't have been sold, that, people shouldn't have been allowed to board these trains.
Yes, I think they are completely right, and this merits an investigation. I think the governments and especially the Pakistan Railways, I think they should be answerable to those people. Under these circumstances, that those tickets should not have been sold, and that train should not have operated under these circumstances. I completely agree with them.
And then just looking forward then, what can change in the future in terms of security to prevent something like this happening again?
I think in the near future, I think the train service will remain suspended for some time, and it's really difficult to provide security to it in a terrain like Bolan, where this attack was carried out. It's a mountainous and treacherous area, and it's not possible to completely secure it. So I think the rail travel will be limited, and so all the security personnel, the government has to arrange flights for them, and they need to be transported through planes.
OK, Adnan Aamir, security analyst from Islamabad, joining us. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.